After the insane, ridiculous, and crazy intensity of my last two videos, let's do something a little more lighthearted and mysterious. Today I'm going to attempt to finally solve the Disney Mandela Effect mystery. What's the mystery? Well, you know how before a Disney movie begins, it always shows some variation of Cinderella's castle? Disney has consistently done this since 1985 and constantly mixes it up with each movie. So what if I told you there were two variations of the Disney intro that apparently don't exist and have never existed, but tons of people remember these intros, maybe even you. Despite all these shared memories and footage uploaded online, no one has been able to find these two missing intros. That's what makes this a Mandela Effect mystery. So what are these missing intros? It's that classic light blue castle in front of a dark blue background with the words Walt Disney Pictures, similar to this image. But here's what's missing. People remember Tinkerbell flying over the castle and creating the line above it with her pixie dust trail, and then dotting the I in Disney with her wand. Sound familiar? The other variation of this intro is the same thing, but Tinkerbell's wand doesn't work the first time. So she shakes it or taps it in frustration before finally getting it to work. Then she taps the I in Disney. Those are the two intros that so many people seem to remember, but here's the thing. These intros seemingly don't exist. Not on VHS, LaserDisc, DVD, Blu-ray, or streaming. They simply don't exist. Now some have found intros that are close but aren't quite right. Regardless, that's not going to stop me from scouring the internet to solve this Mandela Effect mystery. So before we get started, like, subscribe, share, and Patreon. Those four things help me keep the lights on. Let's get into it. First off, let's knock out this fake video before it's sent to me 12,000 times in the comments. It's a great attempt, but it's fake. It's computer generated. It's not real. It's a recreation of this missing intro that so many people remember. That's it. Even despite this warning, I know that someone is still going to send it to me with the caption that says, "Found it. Watch the comments. This is going to happen anyway. It always does." Next up, let's check out some of the Wonderful World of Disney intros as well as Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color intro. A lot of people have suggested that this is what so many people remember, and unfortunately, I'm not one of them. So let's check this out and tell me what you think.
Walt Disney presents
The Wonderful World of Color.
It's definitely got Tinkerbell flying around and tapping stuff with her wand, but this isn't the classic light blue, dark blue castle background. So let's keep investigating. Let's check out the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection. That's what Disney called their line of VHS tapes and LaserDiscs from 1994 to 1999. As you can see, it's reminiscent of what we remember, but still totally different. Also, that Tinkerbell looks so familiar. The next most common reply is that the missing intros are from Disney Fast Play, which was Disney's DVD line. Let's check out that clip.
This Disney DVD is enhanced with Disney's Fast Play.
The interesting thing about this clip is that I'm 99% sure that the Tinkerbell shown here is identical to the one in the Masterpiece Collection. In fact, I think both are actually ripped straight from the Walt Disney Wonderful World of Color. Let's compare the three. Yeah, they're pretty similar. If we flip around Tinkerbell, yep, a perfect match. Wow, so Disney straight up copy and pasted Tinkerbell from their past TV work and threw her on VHS, LaserDisc, and their DVD Fast Play. That's so hilariously lazy for a multi-billion-dollar company. I suppose no one really noticed though, so good on them, they got away with it. To be fair though, this whole DVD thing did work out for Disney, and they eventually remade the intro with a new animated Tinkerbell. Maybe this is the one that everyone remembers. Let's check it out. This one feels a lot less cheap, but it still isn't the one from the missing intros. So, where are those intros? They have to be real. We didn't all just collectively make them up in our heads, did we? Let's keep looking. The next suspect in our line of sight is Bambi. Apparently this is the intro we've all been waiting for. That's what I keep being told online. People keep leaving this, actually it's Bambi, so let's check it out. That is the exact same repeated Walt Disney's World of Color Tinkerbell. At least it's on the correct background that we're looking for. Does this mean we're getting close? Wait all time, you've got it all wrong. It was actually the Tinkerbell Disney Channel intro. Oh, okay, well let's check that out. Nope. It's actually the Disney Sunday movie intro. Nope. And that is the same Tinkerbell. It's unbelievable. It's so lazy. So after this, I went and watched over 50 different Disney intros, and none of them match what we're looking for. Some have the correct light blue castle and the dark blue background, but none of them match up with what we all seem to remember, and none of them have Tinkerbell shaking her wand in frustration. From this, I have drawn a few conclusions. There are a lot of different Disney intros, a staggeringly huge number of them. There are so many, in fact, that I later found a wiki page trying to catalog all of them. This is literally a needle in a haystack, or two needles in a really big haystack. Regardless, there is a lot of hay and very few needles. Another conclusion that I've drawn is that if this does exist, where is it? And why can't we find it? Is it simply some obscure movie release or a one-time presentation that no one has uploaded to the internet yet? At this point, I would call these intros lost media if it wasn't for the Mandela Effect. That's the really creepy thing about the Mandela Effect. Some things just change, and there's never proof that it existed in the first place. In fact, this is my 7th Mandela Effect mystery video, and only one of those 7 have a solution. It's creepy stuff. Then something hit me. What if we aren't thinking wide enough? Why does it have to be a movie or a TV presentation? What if it's something like a commercial? Something we all used to watch that has been lost to time but deeply fused into our memories. I suppose it's possible. And the point of this video is to leave no stone unturned, so my endless Disney-themed commercial binge began. Out of the 25 plus Disney commercials that I watched, the best I could find were 2 McDonald's commercials where Tinkerbell's pixie dust was smeared all over like pollen.
I've captured Peter Pan!
Now the characters from Walt Disney's classic video Peter Pan are in a Happy Meal.
So, what are you gonna do now, Pan? Take the next flight out of here.
One adventure toy with every Happy Meal you buy, only at McDonald's.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
McDonald's invites you to play the Disney Video Masterpiece Collection Trivia Challenge.
So what's the wonderful thing about Tiggers?
Tiggers. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things.
Get a trivia card when you buy any of these McDonald's favorites. Pick the right answer to questions about Disney Masterpiece Collection videos and win every time. Over 300 million prizes, including a Dodge Viper. I won! It's gonna be magic.
If it's a commercial, I can't find it. At this point, I'm thinking it's time to go back to the basics. The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, The Fox and the Hound, too many classic movies to name. I individually looked up as many of these films as I could think of, and absolutely none of them had it. So what about Walt Disney Classics? Maybe that's the one. Always a magic trail, but never the Tinkerbell. Where is this intro? Why do we all know of this if it doesn't exist? It just doesn't make any sense. Tinkerbell's from Peter Pan. Okay, so maybe it's one of the Peter Pan movies. I think there was 2 of them. So I'm watching Peter Pan on VHS, and I'm rewatching the trailers before it starts, and I notice that there is the same repeated Tinkerbell that has plagued this entire video, but it's edited in a way where it looks like it's dotting the castle with her wand.
From magical movies to unforgettable adventures, from the thrill of the theater to the comfort of your home, you can always count on something new and exciting from Disney. Join us now for a special preview from Walt Disney Pictures.
It's still not quite correct, but it's getting closer to what we're looking for. So the trailer introduction for Peter Pan was kind of interesting, but the actual intro for Peter Pan is the same thing we've seen 100 times at this point. Here it is. What about the You Can Fly, the Making of Peter Pan special? You'll never guess what Disney reused in this video.
Tink, wait a minute. Haven't you forgotten something? Aren't you going to take the audience along?
Yep, the same Tinkerbell. Again. You know what's funny to me? This reused animation was so commonly used that they had a parody of it in the intro for Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Check this out.
Oh, some of you don't believe.
Absolutely incredible. But to get back on track, there was a sequel to Peter Pan called Return to Neverland. Let's check that clip. I bet you thought we had it for a minute, didn't you? I sure did. When I saw the pixie dust, I thought, oh my god, this is it. But sadly not. It's a lot closer than most of these, but it still isn't it. After this, I watched a ton of intros of live-action Disney movies, Disney home video releases, and anything else that I could find online. The fact of the matter is that these two intros, they simply don't exist. At least right now, online. Many of us can vividly remember them, down to specific details like the flight pattern of Tinkerbell, or the frustration on her face when her wand doesn't work. So how is it possible that so many of us remember something in such great detail that apparently doesn't exist? One solution is that they never existed. That we all somehow created them collectively in our minds and memories. Weird amalgamations of the intros seen today merged into somehow the exact same variation of our imaginations. We all filled in the gaps the exact same way. Another solution is that they simply haven't been found and are lost media. Somehow no one has stumbled across these intros yet, and if they haven't released them online. Or is this yet another Mandela Effect mystery, where a group of people remember something existing one way, and now it doesn't? These two Disney intros that people all over the world remember with absurd detail somehow now just don't exist, and have never existed. It really makes you scratch your head. So what do you remember? Is the solution one of the three things I've suggested, or something else? Let me hear it in the comments, and until next time, never stop searching.